Yeah, yum.
Oh,
Yes.
wow.
It's kind of backward.
Which would just make it even funnier.
Oh, feel free to pull your handy. How long do you do this for? My arm's getting tired. Keep going. So, Fran, made our entrees. This. Yes.
Là-bas, sous le ciel clair,
You like it?
il existe une cité
I don't like it.
au séjour enchanté.
Oh, the Chinese version.
Okay, what's the best
It's got
side?
more of a beat you can dance to.
Chaque soir,
This is with an hand paper.
Ah, yes.
Oh, wow.
et je me suis laissée.
This is Kate's, is it? Yep. And you're
Just a tiny little bit, please.
They didn't do Wow, that looks amazing.
Hello. Look right now.
Oh my God, I
made it too. Is it nice?
I don't know where to look.
It's here. It's like just
Oh.
there.
So we're at hi guys.
Diner and Blanc.
Maryanne said that I could come on the vlog too. Usually I'm not allowed to go places. But
I love that. Thank you. We are. Wait. Yay. Okay.
She's hot. I mean cold. Oh my God.
6 7.
We're talking about the modern day social media influencers and influencers.
The battle for the lodge is on.
We are always focused
So, you just talk.
on delivering a
Okay.
strong economy. It is
Okay,
a
cool.
question
Relaxed.
about
All
who
right.
should democracy.
I know it always feels sort of,
Promising to be one of the most
I'm like a little bit nervous.
yeah, it's understandable.
ABC
Understandable.
for every promise,
But-
every pledge across TV, radio, and online.
Have you got a channel? What's your channel? I think I've got it.
The election. Know the story.
It's just my name.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
It's
easy.
ABC,
Yeah.
All across, like, all
/.
platforms.
Australia votes.
Lish Fair with you this morning on Australia, well, ABC radio. Nothing about the election here this morning on Sunday. It's a bit of an election-free zone. Now, if you find yourself spending longer than you care to admit scrolling through social media feeds, you've probably noticed how perfect some people's lives look. Pictures of incredible meals and stylish outfits and stunning landscapes and that all-elusive sweat-free exercise. Just looks so good, almost too good to be true. Maybe you've asked yourself, who can possibly have a life that looks this good? The answer is influencers. They're a new breed of entrepreneur, and their product is themselves. Influencers, they accumulate thousands of social media followers and use their nous for creating quote-unquote Instagram-worthy content to promote products and restaurants and activewear and detox teas and apps and lifestyles and ways of just being for whatever reason. Joining me in the studio today is Canberra influencer Maryanne, who last month took her skills offline to put together a fashion show that channeled her Instagram aesthetic, and she joins me in the studio just to pull apart what this whole idea of an influencer is. Hello, Maryanne.
Hello, Liz.
Thanks for joining me in the
having
studio. This is a bit. See, this is not social media. This is.
No, this is real.
But I know you're real because you know what? The other day I was at an event and I saw this wonderful party in a can person because it strikes me that you're an extrovert.
Thank you.
And certainly that's the appearance that I got. And you were just very delightful, chatting with people, introducing others, a great connector. What do you define your role as a social media or an influencer?
That's so funny that you say that, because a lot of people who do meet me in real life do say they come across the same as I do online, which I find like so flattering. I define my role online as someone who makes a positive difference in people's lives, whether it's helping them like find somewhere to go for brunch or like help them style an outfit. Yeah, it's quite diverse. So I do fashion and food mostly.
How did you get into this?
So I always wanted to do it. I kind of started in Sydney just taking photos of where I was going in cafes, but I didn't realise there was a market for it until I moved to Canberra. So I contacted this blog called The Fashion Vault, wanting to do food blogging, and I was their food contributor for a while. So I went to restaurants and cafes on behalf of them, and that's kind of how I got my name out in Canberra.
Now, when you say sort of you get an Instagram post and Instagram feed, people are listening going, well, how does Instagram work? How does it work?
Well,
Here's the 101 guide. You just take a photo and put it up online with a little byline, comment.
Well,
Wishy
my
repartee.
photos are quite natural. I just use a lot of like natural light, whether it's with me or with the food, so it doesn't take a lot of editing. So it kind of is just having the right camera, taking the right angle, using the right lighting, and then providing a really funny caption, which I like.
So then, what do you take? Say we're looking at food, for example, and that's always a popular thing to share on Instagram. Beautiful food.
Yes.
How does then that go out and reach its influence? Because that's what happens.
It's usually a two-way street. So the cafe or restaurant would often repost it, so that would get coverage that way. Tagging places, hashtags. Yeah.
I've noticed one of my favourite presenters here at ABC Radio, Jolene Laverty, who's moved up to Darwin. She went to Melbourne and posted a picture of her lining up for about an hour for a cafe in Melbourne to go to this cafe. And she got inside and then we saw the pictures. She posted pictures of pouring a chocolate sauce over this pudding, that then the hot chocolate sauce melted the ice cream, sort of very aesthetically pleasing video, and that then shared widely, and then everybody went, oh, I might have to go there myself. Is this influence then creating big business for places that are savvy about making their business shareable?
Oh, absolutely. Also, you've made me incredibly hungry with that description.
You know what I'm talking about, don't
Oh,
you?
I do. Yes, I think influencer marketing is the way to go because people trust people, and that's what we're trying to do, like give our authentic voice and opinion on restaurants and cafes. So I personally do think that delectable items such as like pancakes and ice cream and burgers do tend to go well because it's appealing to people's senses and yeah.
And if a restaurant has made an effort to make it look good.
Oh yes, presentation
shareable.
is key. Like the first thing I do is go on the place's Instagram and see their photos.
Oh, and if they haven't got an Instagram account?
Ooh.
See, you heard there from the social media influencer. Step number 1, get Instagram. Now, if you're not Instagram savvy, do you then get employed by businesses to post?
I do personally love doing that, especially with businesses that are just starting out to help them get their name out there. So, yeah, it's quite good.
How do you maintain the authenticity then if you're employed to do it?
I don't know. I've always been quite honest and transparent, so I think my followers have been on my journey with me and they do trust me. So, yeah.
And if you don't like it, would you just say if you went, I don't know if I'm on board with this?
People ask me that all the time. They're like, what if you've had a bad experience? And I've never really had, like, if I did, I'd give them like constructive criticism and say, oh, like the service is usually quite good, but on this occasion it wasn't top notch. Like I try and turn it around.
I'd love to hear from people if you follow someone on Instagram and love their style or their fashion sense or the food that they post. Does it influence you to go to that place and to follow that lead? Love to hear from you this morning. Also, if you just styled yourself on someone in the 80s with big shoulder pads, love to hear that as well. 0467 922 666. My guest this morning is Maryanne Aria, and we're talking about influencers. She's an influencer here in Canberra. It's a funny title, isn't it?
So strange. Like you see a number on your feed and you don't realise that they're that many like real people until you do go out and see them in the street and they come up to you or they support something that you do and you're like, wow, like I'm actually making an influence on people's lives. Like it's more than just likes and comments on the photo for me.
And that's how I picked you at that event I was at. I went, there's Maryanne, I've seen her.
Oh, it wasn't the fro?
It's the fro. It's everything about you. But I could tell you were in influencing mode, or maybe that's always your mode. How do you relax? Can you ever relax?
Another popular question. Everyone's like, do you sleep? Like, do you have time off? You're always busy, etc. Well, this is my passion and this is what I love to do. So the fact that I get to do it every day, it doesn't feel like work. It doesn't feel like I have to switch on and influence. Like, it's just me living my best
Is it
life.
your full-time job? Living your best life. You just pulled that out, I'm sure, because that's the tagline, isn't it?
Yes, it is. So yes, I do have a full-time job.
You
I
have a
work
full-time
in the
job.
public service. So I do that and I do all the Instagram stuff on the side and on the weekends.
Okay. What did you study?
I did a Bachelor of Asia Pacific Studies and a Masters of Globalization at ANU.
And are you working in that field?
Yes, I am.
Can you exert your influence over in that area as well as in style and fashion? Are there influences in all areas?
Kind of. Well, the reason I started studying that degree when I moved to Canberra is because I've always wanted to work in the UN. So I guess in that regard, like making an influence in that environment was kind of always my dream. So I'm still open to it, but right now I'm focusing on like the fashion and the food.
So when you say a typical day, what's involved today? Have you got some influencing jobs on?
After this?
Yeah.
Yeah, I do.
What are you doing?
I'm going to a cafe.
And what will be involved in that?
Well, they know I'm coming, so it's usually set up beforehand. You book a meeting, they have your table ready, so I go in, they ask me what I'd like, then they give it to me, then they eat it. Then I take the pictures, and then I usually send them to afterwards. and then I leave.
And then you leave.
Yeah.
And then that just goes out into the ether.
Yeah,
They use
pretty
that.
much.
Do they contact you or have you contacted them?
It's a two-way street. When I first started, I was contacting everyone myself, obviously, because no one knew who I was. But now I'm fortunate enough to be contacted.
Because it used to be with restaurant reviews that it was all very secretive. You might have to wear a false moustache and a funny-looking hat to get yourself there, so that they wouldn't make a special effort.
Oh, I still do that.
Do
I
you?
have a hat. I have a mustache.
Because this is the thing, isn't it? They know that it's a pre-arranged thing, so they will make a nice effort for you, so
Exactly.
that it'll all be favourable and the outcome delicious and.
So guys, I got the cheeseburger one. Oh my god, dying. Good morning everyone. So it is 7:29. I'm sitting right under my heater because it's so cold. It's literally 1 degrees right now. So I'm just waiting for Jamie to pick me up. We're going to Wollongong today for a day trip. I've got all the snacks. I've got chippies and I've got Mars bars. So yes, I'll fill you in when we're there. Oh, there we go. Oh no.
Hey guys!
So we've just finished zip lining and we are doing the walk now. There's Jamie in the background actually listening and paying attention. So we've got these like walkie-talkie things and you're meant to, oh it's still going. So you're meant to listen, you're meant to listen.
Hey babe, what's going on?
So you're meant to like press the button when you find the signs and then you're meant to like listen and they tell you stuff about the walk, which is really cool. So that's what we're doing now.
Just learning about all of the cool trees.
What did that one say? I wasn't listening.
It said that big tree was used for like medicine and berries up until like 1940 or something.
Oh, that's sick. Maybe
I
it can
think-
cure my sickness. That's okay, check in with you later. Oh, it looks so much better on my camera. So we just got to the top. Oh, so pretty. So we just finished up at Bourgeois. Literally, we had the best butchers ever, and cheeses and breads. So many choices. Good morning, everyone. So it's Saturday morning, and I'm just organising all of the merch I'm going to bring to the event today. I'm so glad I have this bag now, so I can just carry it with me. So lugging it around. But yes, yay! Happy Sunday, everyone! So today we're doing a high tea. Amara High Tea contacted me and was like, hey, like I'd love to have a few of you and your girlfriends try out my tea. So basically it's a high tea service that comes to you. So I plan it to be at Botanic Gardens, and I'm waiting for Jen to pick me up. And yes, it's sunny, but it's still a bit cold. So I'm bringing like all these layers and like a bag, like I have my scarf and everything. I'm legit wearing Ugg boots also. Ooh. So yes, hopefully that will keep me warm today. But yeah, the Bumble event yesterday was so good. Thank you Bumble and Cakes for having us. I put in a few clips from that. It was such workout, like I'm so sore today, but it's fine. And after just went and got some lunch, and then I was going to go out, and I was like, yeah. So I stayed inside, which is lovely. And this morning I just had a really nice long walk. Yeah, I just got the high tea today, so let's do it. So today I'm at Vapiano and we're going to try these new cheese pizzas.